first, the motion is not unlike the monotonous rolling of waves lapping softly against the shore. Then the constant movement becomes a ragged bumping, and a sullen-eyed barbarian struggles back to consciousness to find himself not on some great slave ship prowling the Argosian shore, but rather on a ship of the desert. A foul-smelling camel.
Huh? Where am I? What's happening here?
Welcome back to the land of the living, my friend. You have slept for quite some time.
Who are you, little man? What am I doing astride this ugly beast?
I am called Rasto, barbarian. I am a trader bound for the marketplace at Nasantia. My fellows and I found you lying unconscious along the shore, so we thought we'd take you with us, rather than leave you as food for the vultures.
So you bound me with this length of chain, but to protect me from those birds, I take it?
As I told you, my friend, I am a trader, and you are a piece of valuable merchandise which will bring a most tidy sum on the Mesantian slave block.
And what makes you think I'm ever going to reach that slave block, you shriveled little worm?
Well, there's certainly no way you can escape me, barbarian. The other end of the chain that binds you is shackled to my wrist. Accept it, my friend. You're my prisoner.
But since this chain indeed has two ends, little worm, who is to say which of us is really the prisoner here?
By Ishtar, the barbarian yanked little Rasto out of his saddle as if he were no more than a child.
Do we allow the dog to get away with that, my brethren?
If you had half the brains you were born with, fools, you would turn tail and run. But since I'm certain you do not, let us get on with the battle and be done with it.
Alone and unarmed, you challenge us thus, barbarian?
Come forward and see.
Then stand your ground, dog, and die.
Howling like wild desert wolves, the traders charge forth, their scimitars glinting in the sunlight. And the fire-eyed Cimmerian meets their attack gladly, his teeth bared and snarling.
Put me down, barbarian! Please, put me...
Watch out, the crazy barbarian is using Rasto as a flail to...
He's whirling the little one around on the end of the chain like a...
Look out, our camels! Our camels! Enough, barbarian. Oh, we yield.
Oh, you have scattered our camels, beaten us senseless.
Frankly, you're more trouble than you're worth.
Be gone, barbarian, and good riddance to you.
Free me from this cursed shackle, little worm, and I will gladly be on my way.
Certainly, barbarian. I have the key right here in my robes. Just let me... No.
What is it, little worm?
The key. In the heat of battle, I seem to have lost it somewhere in the sand.
Bell's bones. It figures. Well, little worm, if I want to leave here, it seems I'll have to remove your scrawny wrist to remove your shackle.
Remove my wrist?
Or take you with me until I can find someone to free us from these cursed chains.
My wrist?
Oh, don't worry, little worm. I'll leave your precious wrist. What good, after all, is a one-handed trader? Such as you needs both hands free to pick your customer's purse. Now, come. Climb up in the saddle behind me and let us be gone.
Climb in the saddle behind you?
Would you rather I dragged you along behind me? You can move swiftly for one so small and twisted, little worm.
Given such a choice, wouldn't you, barbarian? Wouldn't you?
Get on, you ugly beast. Get on.
We have been traveling for many hours now, barbarian. Are you certain you know where we are going?
You are bound for the marketplace at Mesantia. It seems as good a destination as any.
Then why are we traveling in this direction, barbarian? Mesantia lies to the south.
So do your companions, little worm. We will strike our own course for Mesantia, one with less chance of... Eyes of Ishtar. On that rise before us.
A city? But there is no city on the desert sands. Unless...
For a change, fortune smiles on us, little worm. It's growing dark. Yonder will make a fine place to pass the night, and to finally rid myself of this shackle and you.
Barbarian, wait. I pray you pass that city by. Let us find other lodgings for the night.
What are you jabbering about, little worm? A city awaits to welcome us, and you'd rather have us sleep under some desert rock?
Please, Barbarian. I have heard legends of this city in the sands. Legends of a hideous creature that prowls its streets by night, carrying human victims off to its hidden lair somewhere in the ruins at the city's edge. In the name of sanity, Black Mane, let us pass this dreadful place by.
I'm weary, little worm. And that city offers the promise of a soft bed. And more.
But
No buts, little worm. That city is where we're going. And the way I'm feeling right now, any monster that dares attack me does so at its own peril. Now, move on, you foul-smelling brute, and stop complaining. Good evening, citizen. Can you tell me where to find a blacksmith who could help me
Go
with...
away, stranger. Leave Kamala while you still have the chance.
You are right, little worm. The people here are not exactly what you would call hospitable.
please, Barbarian, let us follow the man's advice.
Silence, worm. There must be someone here willing to talk to us.
You were saying, Barbarian? Look around you. The people slam shut their doors and windows as we approach. We're obviously not wanted here, my friend.
Perhaps not, little worm, but we are still staying, even if we must spend the night right here in the city square.
Here, Barbarian?
Aye, little worm. These cobblestones will make as soft a pillow for our heads as any desert rock.
Good night, Barbarian.
Good night, little worm. Try not to rattle the chains, will you? I sleep lightly.
Barbarian! Help me!
What? Eyes of Ishtar! Some great misshapen slug has grabbed hold of the little worm, dragging me along by the chain on my wrist. Got to pull free before... By Erlich. The creature snapped the chain as if it were only twine. I've got to free the little worm while there's still... My head, reeling. Have to regain my footing. Then...
Barbarian! Help!
Crom. The slug thing has carried little Rasto off into the mists. I'm rid of them both then. All I need to do is mount up and ride off. There's nothing more to keep me here. Except, curse it all, that I've grown unusually fond of that twisted little man. It appears there's no other course open to me but to follow that milky white crawler into the mists and bring little Rasto back. It seems little Rasto spoke true. The crawler has indeed carried him to these ruins at the city's edge. Now all I have to do is find them before... There, slithering into the crumbling of that temple. It's them. But I can still reach them before they're lost in the darkness of... Another slug beast, coal black, where the first one was white. It bars my path, slithers forward as if to attack. Well, if it's battle it seeks, then battle it has found. This creature's flesh is harder than Arcanian steel. My blade cannot pierce its... Curse those writhing tentacles. If one of them gets a grip on me, it can crush my chest to a pulp. But if my sword cannot slay the beast, then what? That tall stone pillar, it's already cracked and rutted with age. And the blow that creature's tentacle just dealt it has not improved its condition. If I can manage to weaken its support, then lure the monster into place. Yes, it just might work. By Erlich, I wish I had a sturdy axe to use upon this pillar. But it seems my sword serves just as well. Fragments of the stone fall away, even as the creature draws near. The beast is almost in place. I've got to put my back into it, send this pillar toppling over on that cursed monster! Eyes of Ishtar. What sorcery is this? Wires and coils jut from the slain creature's broken back. Wires that leap and congeal as if lightning lived within them. There is more madness afoot here than readily meets the eye. I'm not so sure I want to know from whence it came, but the white-fleshed creature's trail is easily followed. A ribbon of slime that leads deep into this crumbling temple. But where? Crom! Light up ahead. Apparently my questions have answers. There, before that shimmering veil of light, the ivory-skinned slug thing. And Rasto. Patience, little worm. A moment longer, and my sword will set you free.
Barbarian, wait! You don't know what you're doing. That creature must not be slain.
You speak nonsense, little worm. That monster has bewitched you. But still, I'll...
Stop where you are, Conan of Cimmeria, for the sake of us all.
That voice, thundering inside my head. But what? Who?
I am Minaj, he whom you called monster. I am the last of my race. For centuries I have dwelt here, alone, but for the mechanical companion I created for myself, the automaton you so callously destroyed outside in the mists, for no good reason.
My life is all the reason that I need, creature.
The companion meant only to detain you, Cimmerian, not injure you. You simply did not understand its motivations. It seems your race never understands. I never meant to harm the people of Kamala. I've sought only to help. I have taken the frail, the crippled, the aged, the infirm of Kamala, and granted them the gift of peace and new life in the land beyond this shimmering veil. Such is the gift I will now grant the one called Rasta.
Now do you see, Barbarian? Now do you understand?
Come, little one. It is time for us to go. There is nothing more to keep us here.
No, come back. You can't... I cannot pass through this shimmering veil. But Rasto and the monster had no trouble in... Rasto? My eyes must deceive me. Beyond the veil, a great golden realm, beautiful, handsome people, laughing, frolicking. And Rasto. Rasto no longer frail and twisted, but standing straight and tall, and full of life. I must see more. I must. No. The veil begins to cloud, obscuring my view. Let me through, curse you. Let me through.
No, Cimmerian. Though it sorely grieves me, I cannot let you pass. There is no place for you beyond the veil, so long as there is such fury in your heart, such violence in your soul. Forgive me, Conan, but there is no place for a sword-wielding serpent in paradise.
It's gone. Rasto, the monster, the veil, all of it. Gone.
Head bowed, jaw clenched, Conan of Cimmeria turns away from the ruins, striding solemnly back to his mount waiting in the village square. Without another word, the barbarian slides into the saddle and rides away, leaving the city in the desert wastes and the gates of paradise far from him.